Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 16 of the November daily draws. So as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. And we'll go there. And here we have the Wise Woman, which is usually the High Priestess card. So this is about spiritual connection which sort of ties in with what we've been having, going inwards, getting that inner connection. And this is about intuition and even divining guidance and getting that spiritual knowledge and insight that we need. She's there with, she's casting things here onto the ground and seeing what the patterns and that tell her. It's a form of divination that she's using. And I love the fact that normally with the High Priestess, there is a dark pillar and a light pillar. And here we have the light path and the dark path here, look. And she's in the middle. So she's in the middle of like the two paths, the two pillars. And she's learning how to navigate those and bring them together, and also to decide which way she should go. It's almost like, which path should she take? And she's following the intuition and the guidance that she's getting from doing her divinatory reading, that it's giving her further insight and information to base that decision on. So it's the application for us is that we may have to do something similar. We may have to go, the answer may not be looking outside of ourselves, getting information outside of ourselves. We have to go within and almost connect to the divine, to connect to the universe, to connect whatever spiritual belief that we believe in, and divine the guidance that we need in whatever method or way, even if it's just meditation and connecting to that inner intuitive voice. And if we use divination like cards or runes or whatever it is, we can use those tools to help us connect in that way to divine, which is where divination comes from. Divine, to connect to the divine, to connect to the energy of the universe. However, whatever our viewpoint is on that, we connect inwardly. At least we go inwardly and intuitively get the insight that we need. And that's what this card is saying, that that's our best way at this time for deciding which way to go. It's about, it's which approach to take, how to proceed from here, what insight we need to gain in order to inform us, and so that we could choose the right path to go forward, the right way forward from here on in. It helps us. We have to make that decision. Now, once we've done that and connected in that way, we are free to follow or ignore the insight that we believe we have received. We still have the free will. It's still we still choose the path we take. We don't have to. It's not like a way that we're seeking commands from a higher power. No, we're seeking insights, guidance, not rules, for which way to go forward. So, And the energy of that guidance may be, well, this is the better way to go, but we may choose to follow a different path. We may not like the better way. We prefer another way. And we may still achieve what we want, but it will pan out differently, perhaps. The journey will be a different one to the one suggested to us. So we could choose whether to follow the guidance or not. That's always our choice. We are the masters of our own journey. We don't necessarily control the nature of the journey or the path or the scenery, the landscape that we pass through along the path. Sometimes that is beyond our control, but we still choose the path we go through. So, the wise woman seeks the wisdom of the intuitive voice, of the divine connection, and she, in her wisdom, can choose whether or not to follow that advice. And so, really, what this card is saying is that the means to get the help and guidance that you need is there for you to connect with, but the choice is ultimately yours. It always is. So, as I say, you may not control the nature of the journey along the way, but you can control the route of the journey in the sense that this is the path that I should take. And that's where the power lies in this decision. So we bridge the gap between the seen realm and the unseen realm, and get all the information we need in our subconscious, in our inner intuitive voice, and then proceed from there. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. A Parliament of Rooks, very appropriate. Information, consulting, a Parliament of Rooks is all about messages, getting information, and, there may be a lot of information, different information there to choose from. And knowing which information is relevant to us and to our situation can be helped by connecting to that divine wisdom to discern which information is relevant to us and our situation, and thereby the guidance for how to proceed. Because there may be a lot, these rooks represent messengers and different voices and different, information. Each in itself is very valuable and could be relevant. But when there's a lot, it's hard to know which advice to listen to, which information to take on board, which information is relevant, which isn't, which information can I discard. And that's where, divining and connecting to that intuitive voice, by our intuitive voice, that intuitive reading that we get, we'll know, yes, this is the information that's relevant. This is going to help inform my decision about which path to take. And that's what the cards are asking us to do. That's how we navigate this process. Okay, so that is today's reading. I'll be back tomorrow with day 17. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.